What's up? You know your boy Carcino always blows your mind with stuff. But that video's coming soon. But everybody talks about the old days. Remember I tell you, nostalgic and how it was back in the days, and they keep talking like this. Those days were wonderful, and everybody fought everybody. Remember, how many times have you heard that? Everybody fought everybody, right? They fought everybody. I'm gonna tell you like this: the talent level was very slim in boxing back then. They were tough fighters. They won as skill. We have more skilled fighters now than we did probably back then. And I mean, as far as like some people with boxing IQs, there were a lot of guys who really were just like working in a steel mill, going into a boxing ring to make $100. And if you don't believe me, now this is when I think Joe Louis was champion, and they had the Bum of the Month. Y'all remember the Bum of the Month tour? See, back in those days, promoters used to have to go on like these big exhibitions, make like circus type events. They'll have an outdoor thing with a banner. The guy get on the microphone podium and make a big thing, and it's a tour. It's like the circus comes to town for 7 days, something like that. And they'll have a tour, big one fight for every city, and we're gonna do this for 7 months, and that's what it was. 7 months, 7 challenges, 7 bums. And back then, it was okay to call a fighter a bum. If your record indicates you were a bum, you were a bum. So they had Al McCoy. He started off the tour in December. They had, what's his name, Red Berman in January. Gusta Durazo in February. Abe Simon in March. Tony Musto in April. Buddy Bear in May, Billy Conn in June. And it was called the Bum of the Month. And it would be a title defense, wasn't high risk. It was a bit unfair, but they qualified. and the thing is that they qualified, but the thing that made it interesting is it was Rocky. So when you saw the movie Rocky, thought I had some Pepsi still left in there. But when you saw the movie Rocky, it was based on the fact of how they used to conduct business back then in the boxing game. That wasn't unusual for a champion to defend his title against a bum. And it was okay for you to make your own schedules. You see? And the number one guns in the division back then, you could do your own schedule, fight who you want to fight, no matter if it was a bum or considered to be a bum. No politics on mandatory defenses. But it's funny to me that in today's modern times, you got a mandatory after 1 or 2 non-mandatory defenses. And the person now is not necessarily a bum. And they can't be a bum. But what's funny is when Larry Holmes became champion, that was the first time a champion was being held accountable or being criticized for fighting people that they thought were bums. You see what I'm saying? Once Larry Holmes came into prominence, the heavyweight division was dead. You see? This was because Don King got involved in the heavyweight division, and Don King was making a lot of the money. He had all of the other contenders, so that once the champion loses or keep fighting all Don's contenders, once Don gets a belt, he's going to keep making all the money in the heavyweight division. So back then, there's no internet. You just tarnish the reputation of the division. and the champion, Larry Holmes. And that was the other promoter's job. So in the newspaper, they wouldn't give him any credit. He wouldn't get any of the respect. He wasn't Muhammad Ali. So Larry Holmes is not a good... So he had to deal with that his entire career. Because he was aligned with a black promoter. He was a black champion. Nobody could beat him. And they had no white challengers. So he had to deal with all of these fascists, and he's not Muhammad Ali. You know, he just wasn't, but he was Larry Holmes, and that's all he needed to be. But now, we look back and like, man, Larry's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. See? See how that works? So, I just wanted to point this out to y'all, to let y'all know that start to appreciate things while you got them right in front of you. I'm out.